Good morning, YouTube. Welcome back to Kind Heart Homestead. We just spent the night up at our off-grid property in the mountains of Virginia, and we had to get some of our winter gear out of storage because it's so cold. It's in the probably lower 40s. The previous night it was in the upper 30s, so we kind of waited till it got a bit warmer. Anyway, behind me, you can see I'm at Tractor Supply. I'm renting a trailer. One of the perks of the credit card that I have for Tractor Supply is that I get free trailer rentals, all-day rentals, a few times a year. Anyway, we're expecting our solar shipment today, and it's always up to the driver whether they enter your private driveway or not. So I'm counting on them stopping at the end of the driveway and dropping the stuff right there on the pavement. That's why Angie's with me today. She's going to be up at the property while I bring this trailer to meet the truck at the end of our driveway. And then however we manage it with the pallets, I'm going to be able to drive the stuff up and down while the truck's there, check everything, make sure there's no damage during transit. So stick around. I'll be right back. Thanks. So as you can tell, we struggled a bit to get the solar panels out of the truck. For some reason, the driver was under the impression we had a forklift, and the pallet that those panels were on is designed for a long forklift, which means his pallet jack could only lift half of it, and then all the weight of the panels was holding down the other half. So there was no way to get it sideways onto the lift gate to then bring down to the ground. Anyway, we got it off one at a time. The driver was nice enough to stay up in the truck holding the bundle together because these were stood vertically bundled together sideways. So by unbundling them, they would have fallen over if he wasn't holding them. Angie operated the lift gate and I stood on the lift gate, picked up each panel, brought it down, and now you can see them behind me. Before we get out of town, we need to go stack these up. My idea was to go set them on those pieces of foam board you see in the background that's been stored over on that tarp for a couple months. One of them actually broke in half during a storm and blew away. So I think we need to weigh these foam boards down a bit better. And what better way to do that than to store the solar panels on it. So we're about to get started on that. The whole point of this trip was to meet the truck at a property in Virginia to unload the solar components. The heaviest aspect that I thought I would need help with unloading was the batteries. Each battery is going to weigh a couple 100 pounds, and I've ordered 2 of them. Unfortunately, they are on back order, and they'll have to come on another shipment probably over the next month or so. But because we were able to unload this at a reasonable time, we decided to just take the rest of the day and drive back to South Carolina rather than spending another cold night here with our baby. So We did get back after dinner time. We had to do some nighttime driving, but in the end, it was well worth it, just knocking this task out. Then the quicker we get back and recover, the quicker I can get back up there and open these boxes. So if you want to see that, stick around, subscribe, check out our next video, which will probably be some basic unboxing and mounting of the inverter, PDP, and charge controller next to the breaker in the utility room. That's where we shoved all that stuff from that last pallet, and we really just wanted to carefully stack everything in there just to get it out of the weather so we could leave town. Hopefully in the next month or so, I'll get the plumbing and electrical rough-in inspections done and start to get insulation in there, which will make it a lot more comfortable. And now that it's getting cold, you can see that the leaves are changing. It's definitely getting colder. And we really don't know what to expect for winter and fall up here because we just bought our property this year. And the first few camping trips I did were pretty cold, got below freezing a couple nights, and it should be a lot more tolerable in this building. So stay tuned, and I'll see you next time on Kind Heart Homestead. Thanks.